Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix it together. And the content that we're going to talk about today, to start your week off right, Biden, in his administration, in his illustrious wisdom, has come out with more things of how he can use the Senate bipartisan safety deal against our rights. Listen to this list. Everything is going to be linked. You cannot make this up from the White House itself. And if you are new or you're a returning viewer, please consider hitting that like button, subscribing to the channel, and making sure you turn the notification bell on. We need as many of you as possible to get into the ranks with us so we can share information and pass the blessing of the Second Amendment along to the next generation. And thank you so much in advance for your consideration. And the content today is brought to you by AccuFire. Now, AccuFire offers some things that'll give you a better picture of freedom at the next time you're at the range. If you want to see a little bit better while you're exercising your freedom and get a little bit better of a aperture viewpoint, you should check them out. Thank you so much to AccuFire for making this content possible. But my brothers and sisters, let's get into this because Biden has some more rules for you from the White House letterhead itself. Let's get into it. This is a 13 action point. I'm going to give you the highlights, and if you want to read the entire thing for some vomit fest, everything is linked. Let's get it. Fact sheet. President Biden announces 13 new actions to reduce gun violence by maximizing the benefits of the Bipartisan Safer Communities Act. At this moment in the broadcast, I would like to take the opportunity to thank you to John Cornyn and all Senate Republicans who enabled this entire piece of crap from passing, enabling Biden to claim victory and now issue 13 new rules to make us safer. Great job, Republicans. Let's get into it. Let me show you the high points because there's obviously some things that are not so great in here. But I want you to let me know in the comments what you hear missing when you don't hear it. Today, President Biden published an op-ed announcing new actions the Biden-Harris administration is taking to implement the Bipartisan Safer Communities Act and maximize the benefits of the law, reducing gun violence and saving lives. Well, that was cheery language. Let me show you some more of the intro, then we'll get to the points. Today, the president is detailing 13 actions his cabinet has taken or will take to maximize the benefits of this legislation, including new steps to keep guns out of dangerous hands, ensure BSCA's mental health funding keeps those dealing with grief and trauma resulting from gun violence, make our schools safer, and expand community violence interventions. Now, I'm going to give you a little spoiler alert. You know the one thing that's blatantly not here? Any type of hardening schools. Nothing with security guards, nothing with any of the hardening of physical, nothing. Zero. Nada. Let's keep going. Here's some of the new actions, and I'm going to highlight these as I thought they'd be important to you. Keeping guns out of dangerous hands. The White House, in partnership with the DOJ, will convene state and local law enforcement leaders to solicit their collaboration on the BSCA implementing priorities, such as increasing state and local law enforcement enforcement agencies' response rates to enhance background check inquiries when someone under the age of 21 tries to purchase a gun. So you're going to send the cops after someone who purchased a gun or tries to purchase a gun 18 and 21. Okay, kind of conflicts with some recent judge decisions. Ensuring that arrest and adjudication records include additional documentation of dating relationships to keep more guns out of the hands of domestic abusers. Well, there's the Violence Against Women Act that's popped up again. Interesting how Violence Against Women Act happened, Bipartisan Safer Communities Act happened, and now they're working together. Isn't it weird how step by step they infringe? Anyway, let's get going. In partnership with the DOJ, they will convene state legislators and governor's offices, urging them to enact laws allowing the federal background check system to access all records that can prohibit anyone under the age of 21 from purchasing a firearm. So they're really hitting that 18 to 21 bucket. DOJ is working with state and territory governments and local law enforcement agencies. In a system under 21 tries to purchase a gun, DOJ has held 18 webinars to date. You're going to hear webinars a whole lot in this episode. And then they're training local law enforcement in order to do the boyfriend loophole, which again is the Violence Against Women Act. And let's keep going because I got about 3 of these little pictures because there's some real humdingers in here. Again, nothing with hardening schools. This is under making schools safer. Listen to what's absent. The Department of Homeland Security will launch a dedicated public campaign to bring greater awareness to schoolsafety.gov, a website, and its available resources and evidence-based practices. The campaign will be geared towards K through 12 leaders, so basically they're doing a website. That's good. ED has taken several steps to help states and school districts make effective use of the $1 billion Stronger Connections grant program. So grants, okay? Interesting how you haven't heard anything about hardening schools and putting those that can protect students in place. No. It's grants. It's check out this website. And have you seen our webinars? Let's continue because the stupid gets stronger. community violence interventions. To help communities maximize the benefits of the Community Violence Intervention Funding, DOJ has hosted a 5-part, not 4, not 6, 5-part webinar series to help local leaders use evidence-informed strategies to reduce violence. Again, they are going out of their way not to harden schools. Who is not protecting children here? I'm just saying, for some reason, I don't think websites, webinars, and grants are really going to do anything when you have people who are clearly intent on doing damage. They're not going to stop and check themselves and go, ooh, but that webinar on slide 7 said not to do this. Come on, guys. We're better than this. The DOJ has invested resources, this is under keeping guns out of dangerous hands, to prosecute violations of the new provisions related to firearms trafficking and straw purchasing. So they're enforcing, quick to enforce, but pretty slow to harden the schools. So I want to throw that out there. Let's see here. What else? They can hit John Cornyn's favorite thing of redefining what's engaged in business. Of dealing firearms. DOJ's prosecutions for unlicensed dealing increased 52% from fiscal year 2021 to 2022. DOJ is on track to maintain this elevated level in fiscal year 2023. That's by redefining who can sell a gun and who can't sell a gun. And if you sell more than X amount, then you're a dealer all of a sudden. Thanks, John Cornyn. Let's keep going. Enhanced firearm background checks. That's a piece of pie right there. DOJ, $230 million for state crisis intervention programs. Federal gun background check system implemented updated definition of misdemeanor crimes, so they're redefining crimes of who can and cannot get firearms. So now that's not a misdemeanor. Let's go to this last piece here. Improving school safety. This must be where they have the hardening of schools, right? Right? No. $60 million in grants to support school safety. The funding will help institute safety measures in and around schools, support school violence prevention efforts, provide training to school personnel and students, implement evidence-based threat assessments, and fund research and evaluation on the causes and consequences of school violence. So instead of stopping it, you want to know why and what. How about we just stop it and then we deal with the problem? Can't do that? No, just because that would conflict with some special interest groups you got going there? Okay. $1 billion for Stronger Connections grant program. Ooh, another grant program. Grants, webinars, websites. Woo. $50 million in funding for out-of-school time programs. So after-school programs for kids, which is interesting because I thought it was the guns problem, not the kids problem. Anyway, last one. DOJ awarded $50 million in BSCA funding combined with $50 million in bipartisan omnibus appropriations. So now you see where the omnibus budget comes in with the Bipartisan Safer Communities Act, and they tie it together. This is a big barrel of pork tied up in a, look, we're trying to do something, but we're also trying not to do anything. We can't harden schools. We're going to do grants, websites, safety protocols, safety websites. Make sure you see all the webinars. Are we going to protect students with any type of firearm, any type of guard, any type of police? Nope. That's silly. Have you seen the webinar we put together? You cannot make this up. Let me know what you guys think in the comments field below, and I will see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.